Hello and welcome to a new HiCAD short clip. In this video, I would like to introduce you to some new features for modeling. A real highlight in the 2026 major release is the expansion of possible shapes of sheet metal constructions. For the sheet-along sketch function, you can now also use complex freeform lines in your sketch. And best of all, after creation, your freeform sheet metal part can be unfolded as usual with the bending simulation, or neatly developed for the drawing. Stay tuned, we are already planning further options for future versions. Standard processings, too, have undergone a wealth of improvements. Mode switching is now smarter, meaning that certain settings are retained and do not have to be reset each time. When specifying a depth, you will now see an arrow at the hole that you can drag in a grid pattern. A new feature is the depth specification to a point. Simply select a point in your model to specify the exact depth. In radial grid mode, the cylinder surface is now automatically selected when the set processing plane is tangential to it. And as with other functions, there is now an Apply Immediately checkbox at the bottom of the dialog window. The new user-defined form mode combines bore patterns and punching in one single powerful tool. Save your individual sketches in the catalog and reuse them at any time. We have also significantly improved CAM processing. Since many users fillet the corners afterwards, we have integrated this option directly into the dialog window. Now you can save yourself the extra step. If a part is to receive multiple CAM processings from different parts, you can now conveniently select them in the dialog window and perform the processing in one step. And as with standard processing, you can now also store custom CAMs in the catalog. This allows you to create and save your own anodized sheet flanges, for example, and then use them in the development process. An absolute highlight is the greatly improved display of your point clouds. The dialog now offers new exciting options in the point cloud settings. There you can adjust the brightness of the point cloud and activate the magic with the Improved Display option. This option gives the point cloud visual depth and highlights important parts in the display. With another click, you can emphasize the edges more strongly. The last option ensures a softer display. Save yourself the manual adjustment. You can set all these parameters as default settings for new designs in the configuration. In addition, you can define the color mode in the Point Cloud Properties window. Choose between the scanned color, a fixed color, or an intelligent mixture of both. For point clouds, you can now reset the clipping box to its original state with a single click. Go to Edit Clipping Box in the ribbon and right-click. Here you can reset the state, quickly and easily start from scratch. Please note, when you reset, all subtractions will also be removed. The new axis grid has been significantly enhanced. When creating or editing, you can now draw additional axes via a sketch that are not parallel to the original axes, for example. The original axes are marked as red dashed lines to clearly distinguish them from the new, additional axes. Of course, you can also define HCM constraints between the original and additional axes. Using the buttons in the Apply dialog window, you can easily sort the axes in the X or Y direction. The axes are then clearly and automatically annotated. For faster access, editing the axis grid is now available directly via the grid's context menu. If you want to exclude auxiliary or environment parts from the bill of materials without changing their value, then you now can simply move the parts out of the main assembly. When itemizing and creating bills of materials, you can now limit the selection area to the main assembly. The advantage of this is that the bill of materials relevance can now also be transferred via referencing. To use this new feature, the following two settings must be adjusted in the configuration. This is not necessary for a new installation. That's it for this HiCAD short clip. I hope you enjoyed it and wish you lots of fun designing.